Oh, it's just 4 pills right in here. Good day, everyone. My name is Milhearth. Oh god, what is that? Hearth there. 12 years old. I'm currently living on the outskirts of Port Sassari with my twin brother. But I have this sickness called the Invisible Noose, leaving me 2 years left to live. To cure my disease, I have to make sure I take this medicine called Sagila every day. If I don't, my condition will worsen very quickly, and I'll probably die. However, Sagila is an incredibly expensive medicine, and my brother had to spend every little of what he earns to buy it. And despite that, the pharmacist told us that he's going to be raising the price. You know, I wonder if he's fine. He's probably tripping out balls at the moment though. We're at a complete loss right now. We don't know how to maintain our way of life. My condition will continue to worsen if I don't take the medicine, but I cannot just put any more strain onto my brother. One day, some travelers showed us how to grow our own Sagila. Right now, my brother is trying his hardest to prepare a place to grow it. But I'm sure you all know, all the medicine in this country is under the control of the country's pharmacist guild. Just earlier, someone from the guild gave us a warning. If you don't stop trying to cultivate those plants, I'll be back with others from the guild. After being told that, we considered stopping, but we have no choice left. I don't want to die a meaningless death. I'm sick of being toyed by the rules that people arbitrarily came up with and aren't even laws. I write this not to ask for anyone's help, nor for anyone's sympathy. I simply want to leave a record of all that has happened. We have resolved to stand our ground and fight. Whether that is right or not, I cannot say. We simply, desperately want to live. I don't have a long life, but I want to live what's left of it to the fullest. To everyone reading this, please continue to watch over us. Milhearth. Right, this will do. Since all starting work in the field very early in the morning, it was already ready by noon. Take a break, Soul. You'll be learning agrikravte for the rest of the day. Yeah. As long as we follow Raigarh's orders to the letter, everything will go well. He's a strong, charismatic leader. Well, I had my fair share of experiences with one of those. But I've got this uneasy feeling in my gut. Raigarh, do you have a moment? What? Maybe you could let me in on your plans, or rather, what you're thinking right now? I mean, we're leaving this town in 2 days. What do you plan to get done in that amount of time? Haven't I said it already? This will become a spark. Once the citizens band together, the country itself will have to react. We need to truly open their eyes here. Including today, we have a full 3 days. It's just barely enough to teach people the importance of how to ask for help. Even if nothing happens at all while we're here. Because there's no way we'll be able to see any results with this time frame. We can get some Sagila buds to sprout. If we succeed, then that will lead to a huge boost in their morale. Why all this pessimism? I don't understand what's causing all this anxiety. What if Soul and Mill get into huge trouble because of all our meddling. You won't grow if you're consistently afraid of failure. This isn't like you, Hits. You said I want to see the world outside. You shouldn't be getting cold feet while you're intrigued about the world around you. What are you hiding? Going out to the wide open world has always been on my mind. So Raigarh, I think we're going to meet all sorts of people from all over the world. There'll definitely be people from developing countries too. And of course their mindset, their mentality will be different. Their sense of values too. So even if all sorts of wrongdoings are being committed, do we have any right to voice our opinions there? What? Just how far can we really meddle in their affairs? I've been worried that by reaching out to help, we may be changing all sorts of things that really shouldn't be changed. If we were to, say, become the rulers of that territory, then it wouldn't be a problem. That way, we truly assume responsibility. But no matter how much we try to affect change, we won't be able to stay in that place. So you're saying we need to adhere to the rules of contact, yes? Yes. I think that's something very important, not only for us, but for whomever we meet. I'll keep that in mind. After a light lunch, Raigarh begins to teach Soul about agrikravte. Is agrikravte hard? We're only going to be controlling the temperature over an area this small. With practice, anyone can do it. By the way, Soul, do you have a particular attribute of mana that you specialize in? An attribute that I specialize in? The kind of mana you find easiest to manipulate. I never really thought about it, though I usually use pyro. Hits, get the sediment stone from the bag on the table. Hand it to him. The class 1 pyro sediment. I can't exactly tell which sediment is what attribute just by looking. It should be the largest one of the bunch. Hurry up. Yes, Mom. Let's see, is it this one? I hand the large sediment stone from the bag over to Raigarh. Look, Soul. Raigarh speaks to Soul as she holds the sediment pinched between her index finger and thumb. Whoosh. But there's a flame coming out on the tip of the sediment stone. It looks just like a lighter. Can you ignite a flame like this? Yeah, I think I can. You can? Is it that much of a surprise? Don't pay Hits any heed. She knows nothing about manacraft. Focus here. Can you do more precise manipulations like this? Whoosh! The strength of the fire is increasing and decreasing. You can make the flame grow larger or smaller. It really is just like a lighter. Oh wait, I don't think they'd really get what a lighter is anyway. Yeah. What, is that so? Show me then. Give me the smallest flame you can manage. Okay. Fidgeting. Whoosh. Oh. Soul used the sediment handed to him and started a fire around the same size as Raigarh's original one. Whoa, it is really possible. That sure is convenient. It would be nice if I could do that too. Not that I could though. until you get like a lighter finger. Very well, now increase the intensity. Slowly increase the intensity. Whoosh. Wow. Just about anyone can do this, right? Just about anyone can do that? Seriously? No way. That's awesome. Anyone from the inner pole is awesome. Not just anyone can do this. Precise manipulation of this level is a fairly advanced technique. This is definitely thanks to the Ophir. Your sense of controlling mana is quite remarkable. Is it really that big of a deal? This underestimation is a good thing. You may be able to learn much faster than I anticipated. Off to the field, Soul. We're starting. Soul, are you okay? If I hits, don't talk to him. You'll break his concentration. There's the sediment stones all around the field. Sorry, but he's sweating bullets. The sediment stones we brought from the town are placed onto the field. Pyro, Aqua, Terra, Aero. Each one on each corner. According to Raigarh, Terra was to prepare the soil around the field, Pyro and Aero to control the temperature, and Aqua to control the moisture level, or so she says. I didn't know it would be this tough. That's because you never had to use craft that also required stamina. Being able to sustain output, I would say that is where 90% of the difficulty lies in this task. Having to shift all 4 kinds of mana is damn hard. This is the marker. Raigarh takes out a strangely shaped sediment stone, fastened to a rod, and sticks it into the field. Huh? It's a sediment dive tuned to respond to the right temperature for growing Sangila. Once the sediment at the end of this rod glows yellow, it's the right temperature. If it glows red, it's too hot, too cold, and it won't glow, like right now. For now, focus on getting it to the red. Increase the temperature as best you can. Yeah, got it. All we need to do for now is to focus on your specialty, Pyro. Understood? Raise the temperature, slowly but surely. I'll try. One more thing. You see those sediment stones at the corners, yes? Think of those as nothing but crutches. In the end, you will need to be able to maintain the temperature without their help. But why? Because they'll eventually run out of mana inside them. It's really hard to keep this up, even with the sediment. Once they run out, can't we just replace them? If it were some other vegetation that didn't need such precise temperature levels, then a fairly slapdash setup would have sufficed. But sangria dies very quickly if the temperature goes down, even just by a hair. It seems there have been cases where a slight drop in the temperature killed off an entire crop overnight. Rather than relying on sediment that could run dry at any moment, it's far better to control the environment by shifting mana yourself. But wait a minute here, I've been wondering this entire time. Does that mean I'll have to be here maintaining the temperature the entire time. That's going to be a huge problem, you know. Just think of a craft that's changing the behaviour of mana for a certain area. Only humans can commit mana. Once you committed the flow of mana in this area to allow for temperatures where you can raise Sanguila, the flow of mana won't revert back anytime soon. After the initial commit, all you have to do is make minor adjustments to any improperly flowing mana. Well, with that done, then you ought to be able to raise Sanguila on your own without any tools. This might be a lot tougher than I thought. Just concentrate. With the level of your mana manipulation, you ought to be able to get that sediment in the middle glowing red in a few hours. Get rid of thoughts of any fine tuning. Focus only on raising the temperature. Okay, I'll try. In any case, Minecraft is pretty amazing, isn't it? I can't say I understand your sentiment. Though you do need some talent for it, this much is normal. This isn't normal at all for someone from the outer pole. It's pretty cool, almost like magic. Hey, that's practically blasphemy. Don't lump this together with mere party tricks. Blasphemy? What do you mean? Haven't you heard of Vega? Maybe, what's that? This world was created by the four great gods, Pyra, Aqua, Terra and Aero. Vega is the name of the fifth god, the one that granted us humans life. That's why none of the four types of mana, Pyro, Aqua, Terra or Aero, are suitable for us. What runs through us is what you call purified mana. Minecraft is like a contract, a promise for invoking a miracle to do good. One gives up a small part of their life to borrow the life energy of this planet. You pray in order to be bestowed with their divine blessing. Hence the moment of executing craft is called the bless. This isn't something to be compared with illusionary sleight of hand. Oh my, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. I had no idea Minecraft has such a deep meaning behind it. Everyone was using it so nonchalantly, so I thought it was something much more informal. Complacency leads to the negligence of the importance and gratitude of these things, a truly deplorable state of affairs. Simply... hang on, what was I saying? Still, I think it's really amazing. I really don't understand the sensation of shifting mana, so I can't even imagine how it all works. Putting that aside, Vihids, go and prepare dinner with Mill. Learning new Minecraft requires both concentration and stamina. If Soul doesn't eat well, then he'll run out of sustenance halfway through. Alright. I'll go and get Mill. Off to dinner we go. Ah, crap.